Hey, Matt, who's your favorite saint?
Saint Thomas of Aquinas?
Wrong. Saint Lucifer and his hospital in Silver Spring. Show review. Hail, Metal Nation, it is I, Tim. Oh, wait, I have to press the thing.
There are some who call me Tim.
And that's Doug, and that's Matt, and this is Podcasting Down. And today we are reviewing the show that a couple of us went to see, King Diamond support act OVERKILL at the Fillmore in Silver Spring, Maryland. And again, I want to stress there is only one spring in Silver Spring, Maryland, because I've heard it said wrong so many times. Not that night. I'm just saying. There's only one spring. It's Silver Spring.
Exactly. Fuck you. What's her name? That old singer lady.
Yeah, really. Fuck her. I don't know who you're talking about.
She was in that band. She slept with a bunch of people's husbands. Stevie Nicks. Fuck you, Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
What's her name? Rachel Carson.
Mm-hmm.
Who wrote that?
No, that's Silent. That's Silent Spring.
Yeah, but she lived in Silver Spring, did she?
No, she lived in Connecticut.
I thought you were going to say Kensington.
Well, she didn't work.
That's practically Silver Spring.
She worked for. Oh, maybe she did. Rachel. Oh, she did. She did live in Silver Spring. Look at that.
Yeah, it turns out you were wrong.
Well, I mean, she died in Silver Spring.
Okay. Wait, hey, we win again. Does that mean we own her too? Just like Edgar Allan Poe?
Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, we got the body.
Damn you, Baltimore! You crab-infested Edgar Allan Poe munchers!
Yeah, we've already taken several left turns, and I haven't even said the date of the concert. October 28th, 2024. That's right, we got it very close to Halloween. Perfect time to see King Diamond. But before you see King Diamond, you have to see, that's right, Night Demon. But we didn't see Night Demon.
We did not see Night Demon.
So Night Demon was on the tour. We saw them open for Blind Guardian. They were the opening act for Blind Guardian, which we, what month was that? It wasn't that long ago. So we've seen them recently. So we felt that we were going to use that time to get ourselves a
succulent Chinese meal.
Well, Vietnamese meal, but yeah.
I don't have one for Vietnamese food. So
okay.
Pro tip for the Fillmore is there's a pretty good Vietnamese place, catty corner from it. There's a lot of restaurants in downtown Silver Spring now. I don't know when the last time you've been there, Doug.
It's been a while.
But I remember before you had to hike a ways, and it was all chains.
Yeah.
Before. I don't know if that Vietnamese place was always there. And it's a good pre-show food too, not like the Taco Bell Cantina that's right next door.
Hey, that's the 24-hour Taco Bell that serves booze, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, there's a good combination.
What genre is Night Demon? They sound like metal adjacent synthwave just by the name.
I mean, I think that's pretty accurate, right?
No.
Oh.
They're new wave of British heavy metal.
Oh, they're an older band.
I didn't say that either.
I mean,
They're from California. You should know them.
Oh. You mean the Power Trio?
Yes,
That's Orange County.
Well, didn't get a chance to listen. Oh, well.
Night Demon, I'll check you out. No disrespect.
Yeah. No disrespect.
Oh, or you could just listen to our review of them from the Blind Guardian show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I will forget to put the thingy in the thingy.
Linky in the description?
I will forget to put the link to the other episode in the description, so you'll just have to use one of the handy search features.
Yeah, just scroll up.
So Night Demon played at the Fillmore April 18th of this year as well. So, just 6 months ago. Their set list then was Outsider Screams in the Night, Escape from Beyond, Dawn Rider, The Howling Man, Beyond the Grave, The Chalice, and Night Demon. Their set this time was Outsider Screams in the Night, Obsidian, The Howling Man, Ritual, The Chalice, Night Demon. So it's pretty much the same thing, only they mixed it around a little bit. So we saw them last time, so didn't miss anything, it appears.
Would seem so.
Okay, but we did get there right in time for Overkill, and I know you've been wanting to talk about this for a long time.
The best fucking metal band in the history of metal? Yes. You know, there's only one band you need to be listening to, and that's Overkill. Why? Because every song is exactly the same, and every song is what? Perfect. You know, there's a lot of good musicians who came out of New Jersey. We could list them all, but you don't need to, because the best musicians to ever come out of New Jersey, Overkill. Best band, not the E Street Band. Fuck you. The Overkill Band. They're from the gutter. They've been expecting you. Or something like that.
So I have accidentally seen Overkill a bunch of times. Like, they've been opening for shows I wasn't going to Overkill for, to see Overkill at. But they always do a great show.
They do.
And then... But I have the same problem with Overkill that I have with Saxon. And it's
What,
just
you can't keep your rager down?
they have been around so long, and they have never stopped doing the recording, releasing, touring schedule.
This is your problem with Overkill? They keep producing quality work?
Well, that's the thing. Where do you start?
Yeah.
Well, you start at Feel the Fire, and you go all the way to Scorched. That's where you go, Tim.
Well, but I can't. Like, it's like you're a kid and you want to invest in sport, right? Mm-hmm. You could get 10 people together and you just buy one soccer ball. You know, now you can play soccer.
Now you can play soccer. Okay.
But like, to play hockey, you need to buy $1,000 of equipment and rent some ice time. That's what it's like getting into Overkill.
I guess so.
And that's the other thing. The
You're
quality, I don't
on
think, has
point.
varied too much.
But I guarantee you can buy every Overkill album for less than $5.
Okay, and
Even though they're each worth their weight in gold.
and again, I realize we're on Spotify,
Yeah.
but I don't recognize streaming services as like a way to get music. If that makes sense.
It doesn't
So
feel real.
If you're just screaming at your podcasting device, going, just listen to them on Spotify, like, that doesn't occur to me at all. Like,
But still, okay.
and it won't.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You're totally like, I love Paradise Lost, right? But maybe I'd love My Dying Bride or Anathema more had I made other arbitrary decisions in 2001. And that's how I feel with like the Overkill Saxon. Like, I should love Saxon. If I listened to Saxon in 2001, you know, maybe they'd be one of my favorite bands, but I didn't. And now it's like, I have time to listen to learn 20 albums, enough to be a super fan.
I mean, but see, Tim, here's where you're wrong. There are currently 20 Overkill albums. I'm going to give them an average CD price of $15, which is roughly $300. That's less than $6 a week to get the whole Overkill discography over a year.
Sally Struthers.
Yeah.
That's less than the price of a cup of coffee.
How big a CD caddy do you have, Tim?
Oh, I have an entire wall over there
Yeah.
dedicated to CDs.
Yeah.
Well,
I would have to reorganize. I would have to move stuff around to be able to fit that many O's into.
Don't you have a multi-disc player?
Yeah,
Oh,
you could
that
have a whole.
only 5.
Only 5. Okay.
Well, that means you have how many possible combinations of Overkill albums? And I'm not even talking about the compilations or the box sets. These are just the standard studio albums. You know, that's more than enough music for your life.
And Overkill's always struck me as super consistent, unlike Testament or even Diamond.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
ouch. Well, we'll get to that. But I do want to mention, it was amazing knowing that, you know, these gentlemen, I mean, so they have some younger members, but the core of the band is still there, right? Just the sense that Bobby Blitz can fucking hit the high notes he was hitting 40 years ago with the same energy, intensity, and attack. Like just seeing that is mind blowing. Like
Yeah, he does. He sounds exactly the same.
yeah, and he doesn't. He looks older, but I can't tell that his stage presence is any less. You know, he's a hero. He's an American hero in a time when we all need someone we can unite behind, and that's why I fully and wholeheartedly endorse Bobby Blitz as the man who will save this country.
You might want to look at what he has said recently.
Oh no.
There's half the country that will be mad at you for saying that.
Oh well, yeah. Musically.
Okay.
I mean, not. Well, he's a fucking he's a note warbler. He doesn't know about politics.
That's
And
I don't know why people get their politics from musicians anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were saying
Overkill, they still feel like a real band, right? Like Anthrax, no disrespect, not a real band. Haven't been since for over a decade, right? They're just in it for the money.
seems like it. I thought their last album was a good showing, but
With For All Kings, I agree with worship music, but anyway, they just play festivals.
here's how out of touch I was talking about worship music.
Yeah. Well, it shows how actually forgettable For All Kings was. But put John Bush back in there, maybe it's a band. And no disrespect to Joey, but yeah, they just play festivals, collect the checks. Meanwhile, Overkill's playing smaller venues, releasing an album every 2-3 years, tour, release tour. It's just how it works.
Yeah, if the Metal Archives ratings are to be believed, they were best in the 80s. So if you need to like figure out what era to dive into first, yeah, they were best in the 80s. They had 90s and 80s percentage reviews. And then starting with I Hear Black in 1993, there was a long stretch of 60% and 70% leading all the way up to 2010, where suddenly they're great again, 80s and a handful of high 70s until present day.
Did Andy Steep start producing their records?
I'm not sure. This might be a something we have to dive into, but like you said, how many albums were there?
20.
Yeah. So at the show, they played songs off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 albums and 1 cover. So they played 2 off Ironbound, 2 off Scorched, which is the latest, 1 off Feel the Fire, 1 off The Years of Decay, and 1 off Under the Influence.
How many of those albums are from the last 15 years?
Are you gonna have to give me a second to figure that out? So
read those again. I got the discography.
Okay.
Say the album. I'll give you the year.
Ironbound.
2010.
That was their first
Opener.
That was their first one where it jumped up.
Like, I'm back, maybe. Yeah.
All right, then Scorched, 2023. That was the latest. That has the highest rated thing of anything past 1991.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
All right, Feel the Fire.
Feel the Fire 85.
Uh-huh.
First album.
The Years of Decay.
89.
All right, then Under the Influence.
88.
Okay, so it's like a shit sandwich.
Yeah.
On really nice bread.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's how you need to treat Overkill right now. Yeah, so there's our advice just based on Metal Archives. Get the latest.
Yeah.
Anything 2010 and later, and get anything 1991 and prior.
Exactly.
And
like from the underground.
I think that's where I'll start, and then I'll fill in the middle as I go.
Like you can skip from the underground and below. Yeah, wait for the end of the year. You know, when you start 2025, saving up $6 a week to buy the Overkill discography, buy that one last.
The lowest rated one, 62%, is the 2007 album Immortalis.
Immortalis.
Wah, wah.
Well, that's because it features the dude from Lamb of God.
Oh, bleh.
62% really isn't that low.
Yeah, but more. More like Lame of God. All right, go ahead. Yeah, for Metal Archive, 62%. There are good albums rated at 60.
That's an ovation.
All right. So they played Scorched, Rotten to the Core, Bring Me the Night, Hello from the Gutter, The Surgeon, Ironbound, Elimination, and their cover. Matt?
I forget what it was. It was awesome. Oh, it was Fuck You.
Yeah, Fuck You Too. Which is a Subhumans cover. So I was worried, though, because I know how psyched you are for Hello from the Gutter, just as a song. But at the previous show in St. Petersburg, Florida, they didn't play it. So it's not a guarantee that you can hear Hello from the Gutter. Hello!
But they came through. They came through when we needed them. Also, I want to say, I forget who I told, but, Fuck You was just a great cover. And I said, I've never been so excited to hear a room full of people screaming "fuck you" at me.
Okay, so after that came King Diamond. All right, so Overkill played in front of King Diamond's stage setup. Mm-hmm. King Diamond had...
Oh, but they did have... We should mention, they had a gigantic Overkill banner. Like, it must have weighed 700 pounds.
Which was, again, it wasn't the back of the venue. It was in front of the King Diamond structure.
Exactly. If I ever own a old-time ship of the line, that Overkill banner thing will be my mainsail. It's just perfect. HMS Overkill.
All right, so we've been expecting you. So... King Diamond's stage is, so there's like an area on the stage level, right? But then that's flanked by two staircases that go up to the next level, which is where the keyboardist, backup singer, same person, and the drummer are located. And then there's yet another stairway to like a balcony looking thing over the drummer. And throughout the night, King, gets his steps in, literally and figuratively, making his way all over the stage, even though he's fucking 68?
Yeah, he's up there too.
Yeah, so he's probably got the shins of a Finn. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's in great shape, I bet. At least for an old Danish metalhead. So, it was not the first time I've seen King Diamond. Seen him a few times, actually. I think I saw him on House of God. I don't think he toured for Abigail 2. I saw him on Give Me Your Soul, Please, I want to say. Mm. And yeah, so I've seen him a few times.
We saw him at the Fillmore. Was it 2015?
It might have been 14, but yeah. So what's weird is I have this thought in my head that he plays the same set every time. And maybe that's just because I've seen him too many times, because I looked it up. And he this set was significantly different than the last time he came around. But the set had he must have done a nostalgia tour, where he played mostly them and Abigail. Because I was complaining that he usually skips the 90s stuff, but he played stuff off The Eye and Voodoo, and was Conspiracy in the 90s? I forget. But I mean, he touched on some of those albums he usually skips over, and then the last time he played songs off the other albums, The Graveyard, House of God. So, yeah, so that's good. He did do 3 songs off Abigail, 2 songs off them. That's pretty much what you can always expect. King had his makeup, but several times. Okay, so the next album, which apparently is coming out late 2025, is called The Institute, and it's about St. Lucifer's Hospital, and it's based in 1920. And between songs, he was kind of introducing characters from St. Lucifer's Hospital, like the story.
Yeah.
And it didn't quite make sense. So over his makeup, he'd wear like a mask. And I'm just wondering, like, if he goes back, does he have to like touch up his makeup? Like,
Yeah, that was confusing to me. I mean, I got it, but it wasn't. I'm not sure how effective it was because he would do his other songs. So I wasn't quite getting what part of the story was he trying to tell us. And I guess also because that album's not out yet, right? So it's sort of like,
Did they play anything off the record?
yes.
yeah, he did.
But what's weird is they played what seemed like you know how all of his albums have like expository keyboard interludes. There were like some of those is what he played. One was called Spider Lily, and one was called there was Electrotherapy. But that was more of a song. Two Little Girls, that was one, but that was like a playback tape where he just kind of walked around. And he has this actress, right, who plays his grandma when he does Welcome Home, and I think she plays Miriam. You know, she plays the person being possessed in voodoo. So like she played the little girl. Apparently there's a little girl in the Institute. Mm-hmm. So, but like it was so confusing because he did voodoo, right? And then they played Them backing track, like the taped interlude for Them, which is a different album. And then they did Spider Lily. Okay. And then they did Sleepless Nights. It's like, make up your mind. What story are we telling here? He did Masquerade of Madness, I believe they played last time I saw them, which was in Baltimore.
Damn you, Baltimore! You crab-infested Edgar Allan Poe munchers!
I'm gonna be playing that every time I say Baltimore.
Damn you, Baltimore!
Oh, he just said it again.
Crab-infested Edgar Allan Poe munchers!
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the new stuff is good. You could tell he wanted to, like they're doing the stage show. Like I'm specifically thinking of Electrotherapy. Mm-hmm. They like already have the stage show figured out for that, right? But like no one knows the song. The album's not out yet.
Yeah. And I just got the sense like I knew what he was doing, but it was just confusing to me because I was like, are we supposed to know what this means? Are we supposed to know what this is? Like, was there literature I was supposed to read before I saw this show? I mean, don't get me wrong. All the the performance was good. It was entertaining. I liked the song selection. I thought like the show was well produced, you know, in terms of like composition, like things didn't feel disjointed, but I did feel lost. Or like confused. Like, am I supposed to know what that tank thing is? Am I supposed to know who these people are?
Full House.
Oh yeah.
It was. I don't know if it was sold out, but it was very crowded.
Yeah, it seemed. What was the last thing we saw there?
Was it Blind Guardian?
I think it was. It was Blind Guardian. Yeah, I thought it was more crowded than Blind Guardian.
What was the composition of the audience, age-wise?
Good question. There were a lot of older people, but there were also a lot of younger people.
Yeah.
So,
which is awesome. I mean, when we were growing up 20 years ago, I don't think King Diamond would have. It was probably playing Jax or whatever. But
I saw him at Jax.
Happened. Yeah, it was a crazy upward trajectory.
Yeah, he did not have the 3-tiered thing at Jax.
No, yeah. I can't even imagine how you could fit that thing in Jax.
By the way, there's apparently a show at the wedding venue that is inhabiting Jax now, and it's the former owner's band is playing.
What was that band? Yeah, I remember him in that band.
Yeah.
So how many...
I'm not going because I'm not driving to Springfield. Sorry, West Springfield.
Yeah, get it right.
How many like normies were there?
Oh, probably not that many.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
It seemed like a very metal crowd.
Yeah.
it's King Diamond, Overkill, and Night Demon. I think that just says like, don't come here.
Well, yeah, like King Diamond, I don't think you can hop on as a trend because of the vocals, you know, like everyone either loves it or hates it, and you can't pretend to like King Diamond's vocals if you don't. I think it would just drive you insane.
Sliver of like theatrical rock people who love Alice Cooper.
Oh, fair.
Okay,
Yeah. But what has always impressed me about King Diamond, at the top of my head, his music, the lyrical composition and themes is not that satanic, but then you get the two inverted crosses, and it's like, holy shit.
Like his bone microphone thing.
Yeah. Like it feels like Alice Cooper, apart from those very black metal touches, which is certainly defiant and oppositional in a way that might drive away your Alice Cooper fans.
Yeah,
some of them.
I like Alice Cooper's one show where he did all the really shitty magic tricks.
When I first saw Alice Cooper, who to digress, is also immortal. He's 78, but if you look at shows from the last couple of years, he's still got it, and his new stuff is as relevant and plays with the old stuff as it ever did. But I first saw him at Merriweather Post Pavilion in 2001. The opening act was literally a haunted house. And it was mostly like parents with their teenage kids, and everyone was sitting down. And then it's like cut to like 2008. It's him and Rob Zombie. It's him and Marilyn Manson, and the crowd's younger and younger. And it's like a harder rock audience just out of nowhere as this guy's in his 60s. So interesting world and good for us until all these people croak.
But Night Demon will still be around.
From Ventura, California. Nice place.
Yeah, I see you remembered.
Yeah, looked it up.
Yeah, so King did, like I said, it was a couple days before Halloween. They did play Halloween, so that was great. I wonder if he's going to trade that out for No Presents for Christmas as we get closer to Christmas on the tour.
I hope so. Oh, did I tell you, Tim, that I did solve a mystery? So do you remember that he has a guitarist a keyboardist who didn't seem to be doing anything? Yeah,
Mercure. She did backup vocals and occasionally played keyboards. I thought her backup vocals were very good. Like, because that's the one thing that's kind of missing from King Diamond live.
Yeah.
It hasn't been missing lately because he's been bringing along backup vocals, but there's lots of harmonies on the CDs, and then live you just miss those. And clearly he realized that and hired a backup singer to come along with him and do those harmonies. But yeah, this one played a little bit of piano.
So I'm not sure.
Keyboards.
What did you say her name is?
I thought it was like Myrkur. Mercure.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
I think that's his wife.
Yeah, I was assuming he has a much younger.
He has a much younger
American wife. Yeah,
she's Hungarian apparently. But I'm looking at Google. So her name is Livia Zeta, and she sure looks like the person I saw standing by that keyboard. So I think that's just like we get 2 paychecks this way.
She could sing. Good for her.
Yeah, and she's a Danish singer, this says.
So yeah, so I think that was, I was like, aha, because I think the other woman is his is the grandma little girl.
Yeah, that's the actress he's had for a while.
Yeah. So I think this person is Livia, his wife.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Or awful? Like,
it's also crazy.
Like you get back to the tour bus, it's like, I want to read.
It's crazy that King Diamond lives in Texas. Like that
is.
That's always strange to me too.
Yeah.
It is like of the very institutionalized European bands. It is fascinating how many live over here in Nashville. Yeah.
But but he lives in Dallas. Like, I would get Nashville. I would get Austin, but why Dallas? Like,
Bleak
yeah, I think
Nightmare Land. Yeah.
Dave Mustaine lives in Nashville, I think.
yeah.
Steve O moved to Nashville. He's not a musician, but
Yeah, like most of Judas Priest lives in America. Who's I think Scott Travis and Richie Faulkner and Nashville, the hell area.
It's just
Yeah,
it's
well-
very interesting.
well,
Except Wolf lives in Nashville.
we did not talk about Andy LaRoque. Love Andy LaRoque.
Yep.
He
Awesome.
seemed he had technical difficulties, which I didn't even. I'm guessing they were in ears because when he came out to play the first song, he was like looking backstage and what's going on, and they fixed it, but like everything sounded fine to me. Yeah, Andy LaRoque is amazing, and I love that he's had the same doofy haircut for 40 years.
I mean, that's not, like, why change it? I don't need to change it, so why change it?
Yeah,
but it's
he's
not
amazing.
even like a signature look. It's just like, yeah, that's how I wear my fucking hair. I want to fight about it.
And he's also taller. I noticed he's taller than I thought he was.
He looks like he should be shorter than he is.
Yeah.
Something about him.
But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about the show. It was good.
That was a great show.
Just the story order didn't make any sense.
I mean, there were lots of celebrities there. There was Burning Shadows. Chris was there, right? Wasn't he?
Greg was there.
Greg was there. David was there.
Oh yeah, Christopher was there.
Christopher was there.
David was there. Yeah, almost all of Burning Shadows went
Yeah.
out to that show.
Yeah.
Almost.
I mean, that was something.
And
More than usually shows up to a Burning Shadows show.
I was about to make
they
that.
raised prices and
Tim's it's not conveying in an audio medium, but Tim's scowling at us.
yeah. They did raise prices in that garage. I had to pay up
Yeah, that's true.
$3.50 to park.
It's hard.
I know. Well, I took that tip out of the Vietnamese restaurant.
Oh,
That was a joke. Wait. There we go. All right. All right. Well, you going to see him again?
absolutely.
Last time I saw him, I like every time I'm worried it's going to be the final time because, there are.
He's got plenty of vim and vigor left in him.
That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the price of that tour.
Well, I mean, it can't be that bad. I mean,
How much? What did it cost? $100?
No, but that's the other thing.
Barely.
I felt it should have cost $40, but I'm living in the past. It was like $90.
2004.
Yeah. Well, I did see it. Well, let me see what that set list was when I saw him at Jack's. Talk amongst yourselves.
You could have bought 3 Overkill albums with that $40. Wait, how are you looking up the price?
No, not the price.
Okay, you're just seeing the time. You're just looking at the time that you saw it.
Yeah.
Do you guys save ticket stubs?
Yes, I used to when they had them.
Yeah.
Like I have a thing of ticket stubs and they just abruptly stop.
I was anal and printing out the thing for another 5-10 years, but yeah, I drew the line at movie stubs, and there was a decision point where I just recycled movie stubs and kept shows. Now I regret that.
All right, so
Remember when you saw Independence Day 2?
I haven't. So
he
How
played.
would you know?
He played Jack's November 14th, 2003 and April 22nd, 2005. I think I was at one of them. Only one of those two shows has the actual set list. Okay. But
Do you remember thinking?
hang on. This is very important. No, I don't remember anything about it other than I got on the rail and I touched King Diamond and I've never washed the hand ever since.
Ugh.
It was a high five, but it was like a battle to be on the rail. Oh, and this lady was like, "Why is everyone pushing?" And me and Dave was me and Dave were like, Have you never been to a show? Anyway, so this was mid-November 2003. You know what he played?
What?
No Presents for Christmas.
Oh, there you go.
So there's that answer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they did it was the Puppet Master tour, that show, which is the best Christmas album there is.
Night in Budapest.
Yeah, Midnight in Budapest. All right,
Remember that DVD?
I still have it.
Yeah.
We should watch that.
Yeah, we should.
So it's him in like his study explaining the story behind Puppet Master, and it's just him like next to a candle. He's going
In a big chair.
and then they use the blood to make the puppets move. It's amazing. It's so good.
Like it's not really it's not obvious that it's scripted. If it is, it's just him very legitimately trying to convey what each song is about.
Oh, it's great. It's probably on YouTube as well. All right. Well, until next time, Metal Nation, let us know what if our overkill strategy works, and let us know if you indeed get no presents for Christmas.
Well, Matt, our loyal listeners are getting a Christmas present. We have learned.
That's true.
Yeah, someone just has to edit it. Hopefully not me.